This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2145. 4 Remarkably Simple Ways to Stay Motivated While Paying Off Debt by Jackie Beck of JackieBeck.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Now let's get right to our next post as we optimize your life. 4 Remarkably Simple Ways to Stay Motivated While Paying Off Debt by Jackie Beck of JackieBeck.com. Would you like to stay motivated for the long haul when paying off debt, all the way until you're debt-free? It's possible. The key is to recognize, focus on, and celebrate incremental progress along the way. Literally making your progress visible can help, and I've got some tools for you in this article to make it easier to do exactly that. Where to start? First, a quick note. It's way too easy to get caught up in feelings like, I'm never going to get out of debt, or I suck. So don't do that. I'm serious here. You deserve better. If you find yourself thinking or saying automatic negative thoughts like those, literally tell yourself to stop and then consciously replace them with the truth instead. This is a psychological thing that absolutely works. Remember, the truth is, if you're determined to be debt-free and you stick with it, you absolutely can get there, even if you don't yet know how to get out of debt. When you're determined, you will get there, and you are making progress. Even if you only pick one leaf off of a shrub at a time, eventually that shrub will be bare. So it starts with your thoughts, feelings, and words. Begin by actively changing the way you think, feel, and talk about things. Stay focused and make your progress visible with simple methods. Make even incremental progress visible in a way that helps you feel the progress in a positive way. That way, you'll continue to make even more of it. There are lots of ways to make your progress visible and stay focused. In addition to literally talking about it every step of the way, you can use these simple methods. Number 1, paper chains. Remember making paper chains as a little kid and tearing off one link at a time to count down the days to some big event, usually Christmas? Why not make a paper chain based on your debt reduction plans for the year? For example, if you intend to pay an extra $50 to your mortgage each month, make a chain with 12 links on it, each representing $50. Tear one off every time you make an extra $50 payment and watch the chain grow shorter. That's progress made visible, and it'll feel good every time you tear off a link. Number 2, color your debt away. Color in shapes that represent what you're paying off, like I did with the floor plan of our house. Hang it where you can see it, then watch it become more beautiful day by day as you color it in and get closer to debt freedom. Once you get it colored in, send me a copy so I can celebrate with you and maybe share it with the world. Number 3, make a vision board. You can quickly create a board called a vision board on Pinterest and update it regularly, no glue required. Fill it with pins that represent all the things you'll be able to do once you're living a debt-free life and able to pay for things with cash. Add some motivational quotes too, and images that represent things you want to be telling yourself on a regular basis. Then look at it daily, or make a regular vision board out of paper if that's more your thing. And number 4, write out your goals and read them regularly. Stick your debt freedom goals on your fridge or inside the medicine cabinet in your bathroom, someplace where you're sure to see it every day. Then read them out loud regularly. Add details of what life will be like or what your next goal will be once you've reached debt freedom. Why it works. Your brain believes whatever it consistently sees and hears. This is especially true if you add some emotion into what you're seeing or hearing. Then your brain works hard to make sure that the reality it perceives is consistent with those beliefs. If you don't believe me, tell yourself, wow, there are so many red cars out there, and then notice how many red cars you see the rest of the day. Use those powers for good. Tell yourself the right things, really believe those things, and stay focused on celebrating every step of the way. How it worked for me. For example, I had a lot of success by excitingly saying things out loud, like, I sent another $5 to the mortgage today. A whole mortgage's worth of success, a little bit at a time. I said things like that to anyone and everyone who would listen, including myself and the dog. My husband and I talked constantly about what we were going to be able to do after we were debt-free. I made vision boards, colored in parts of the floor plan of our house as we paid off a particular area, you name it. We were going to get it done, and we did. Literally making our incremental progress visible, tracking our progress, and constantly talking about what our life would be like once we were debt-free made all the difference. You just listened to the post titled 4 Remarkably Simple Ways to Stay Motivated While Paying Off Debt by Jackie Beck of JackieBeck.com. I think staying motivated to reach our goals is important, and it's well worth our time and effort to develop goals as well as check in and reassess them. I do this quarterly and yearly. But I found for myself that the thing that makes it more likely that I'll reach any goal is to facilitate a shift in mindset that will affect my daily habits. When it comes to my money, I tried for years to spend less with no success. It wasn't until I started obsessively reading books about money and shifted my desires that I was actually able to spend less and enjoy it. Spending less without a shift in desires is going to feel like deprivation, and it will require willpower to curb spending, which isn't sustainable over the long run. What worked much better for me is to foster a different mindset. Rather than wanting more stuff, I learned to foster appreciation for the material abundance I already have, and it suffocated my desire to spend more. We've been conditioned since birth to want more and desire luxury. But if you can reorient yourself to having a comfort level with how much is enough, it becomes so much easier to spend less. That should do it for today. Have a happy rest of your day, and I'll see you on the Sunday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.